Hi everyone, it's Jack from the Becon Health team here with another Becon Health vlog. So on the back of Brain Awareness Week last week, we're going to keep the theme going and keep talking about the brain. So specifically in this video, we're going to give you 7 tips that are for anti-aging the brain. So 7 tips that will actually slow the aging process of your brain. So it doesn't matter whether you're in your teens, in your 20s, 30s, 50s, 70s, 80s. All these things are things you can do right now, and that will slow the aging process of the brain. Now, don't stress if you are in an older category watching this vlog. It's not too late. These are things you can start doing right now, and some things actually get better with age. So we'll talk about that stuff in a minute. So the first thing is to move it, and it's no surprise to see physical exercise as a way of improving our mental abilities, but we all know that getting active and doing lots of exercise increases physical health, but it actually does some pretty incredible things for our mental health. So as we age, we lose synapses and these little connections in our brain, and they actually slow brain function. But Dr. Mark McDaniel, he's a professor of psychology at the University of Washington. He's done some pretty striking research into blood flow around the brain and how exercise may forestall some of the aging process. So basically what he said is that an increased blood flow increases the blood capillary development, and that allows more nutrients, more blood, and overall more oxygen to get to the brain. And all these things help improve some of these synapses that we might be losing as we get a little bit older. So getting out there and getting active is a great way to improve your brain and slow that aging process. Now, if you're not sure where to start, a great way to do that would be to chat to one of our physiotherapists or our exercise physiologists on the Becon Health platform. These guys have extensive research and knowledge about the best ways to get moving, and that can be specifically tailored for your age, any injuries you might have, or any specific requirements that you might need as well. So check them out on the Becon Health platform, have a look around and see if any of our providers resonate with you. And have a look around there. So the second tip for the anti-aging of the brain we're going to tell you is to feed it. Now, I know what you're saying. You're saying, I thought this was a video about anti-aging of the brain. Well, guess what? Good nutrition is good for the brain. Dr. Carol Greenwood, actually, from the University of Toronto, says that eating a variety of colourful fruit and veg, generally those are packed full of antioxidants, is a great start. And if you combine that with step 1 and getting active, you're going to go a long way to reducing your risk of things like a high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes, and even obesity. So again, if you're not sure where to start, there's dietitians on the Becon Health platform that can help with this. So they have great knowledge about the foods we put in our bodies and how it affects us, weight loss, weight gain, great food sources for energy. And again, if you have specific needs or intolerances, these are the people that can help you still maintain good nutrition, as well as a building block for improving your mental health and your mental ability. So jump on the platform, have a look around. Again, see if any of our providers resonate with you, and book a session. Get to know your body better, like you do nutrition, and you'll go a long way to improving your brain. So number 3, the third step for slowing the aging process of the brain is to speed it up. So many of you might know that our brains don't fully develop until we're about 25 years old. But the brain actually starts to slow at the cruelly young age of 30 years old. So it used to be thought that this couldn't actually be helped, and it was just one of those things that happened with age. But new studies indicate that our brains can get faster, and what we mean by that is younger. So Dr. Michael Merzenich, he's a neuroscientist at the University of California, says that taking up new hobbies or learning new skills are a great way to improve the brain. So this could be things like learning instruments, learning a language, taking a dance class, problem solving like puzzles, Sudoku, crosswords. There's a number of different things that you can do to get your brain out of its comfort zone, and learning new hobbies and skills will make your brain, like we said, faster, and therefore younger. So while challenging your brain is important, it's also important to do step number 4, and that's staying calm. So Jinsok Kim, he's at the University of Washington, and they did some studies that say too much stress on the brain can actually slow these cognitive processes like learning and memory. So slowing down, being calm, and relaxed are great ways that you can actually slow the aging effect of your brain. So while physical exercise is a good distressor and allows the release of dopamine and those feel-good chemicals, mellow activities like being calm, doing some meditation, yoga are all great ways of improving your mental function and slowing your brain down so it can regroup and learn again. So if you want to take giving it a rest to the next level, get some sleep. So being calm is a great way to do this, but getting the full amount of sleep is just as important. So researchers at the Harvard Medical School actually looked into a study of people around problem solving, and they found that those that were well rested compared to those that weren't as well rested and got a very poor sleep, those that were well rested actually were more creative and better at complex problem solving. So the next time you've got a big decision to make, it might be a big financial decision, purchasing a car or a home, or it could be a problem at university for an assignment or a high school exam. Have a sleep on it. Get your brain to shut down, and your brain can actually reboot itself and become better at solving complex problems and coming up with more creative solutions. Now, step 6 is probably my favorite one, and that's to laugh a little bit. So remember that feel-good chemical, dopamine, that comes from physical exercise? Well, when you laugh, the same parts of your brains are stimulated, and that releases that feel-good chemical, dopamine. So more research is needed into this to determine whether or not it actually slows the aging process, but it can't be a bad thing. Having a laugh and taking it easy are a great way to release that dopamine and that feel-good chemical, which will boost your mood and things like that as well. Now, the last step is, actually I mentioned at the start of the video, step number 7 is some things get better with age. So while younger brains tend to be faster and quicker thinking, people later on in life, so in their 50s and 60s and 70s, have more life experience. So all these millions and little social interactions get stored in their brain. And as we get older, we're able to integrate this information. So Michael Mersnoke, again, the neuroscientist at the University of California, did some research into this and found that these things get better with age. Scientists are actually now being able to understand wisdom neurologically. And like I said, that means being able to understand the brain and how it can process all these social interactions and use them and bring them to the forefront of your brain quickly. So there you are, guys. That's 7 steps to slow the anti-aging process of your brain. So remember to get out there and get active, eat well, speed it up by taking up new exercises, skills or hobbies, give it a rest, get some sleep, learn to laugh, and you'll get better with age. That's me, guys. That's all for today. We'll see you next time. Thanks so much.